Hare Krishna. So Krishna is telling us how he is maintaining all of us in our day-to-day life. He is that personality who manifests himself as the sun, the moon, the fire outside and fire inside also in our stomach as the fire of digestion. Now Krishna is going to summarize or end this entire series of he being the maintainer in Shloka number 15, and this is one of the very important shlokas in this section. So let's see that now. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto mattah smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo vedanta krit vedavit eva chaham. So here Krishna is telling, Sarvasya cha aham hridhi sannivishtaha. So he's saying, oh Arjuna, I'm there in each and everyone's heart. Now say Arjuna is asking a question, okay, what do you do staying in each and everyone's heart? Then he's telling, Mattaha, me, smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Oh Arjuna, I am the one who gives smriti, remembrance, jnana, knowledge, and apohanam, forgetfulness, to all the living entities. Then Krishna is continuing and then he says, Vedaischa sarver ahameva vedyah. He says that in all the Vedic scriptures, I am to be known. Ahameva vedyah. And then if the question is, okay, but who has written these Vedas? And then Krishna is saying, Vedanta krit. I am the compiler of the Vedas. Okay, so you're the compiler, so you also know the Vedas or not? Then Krishna is saying, Vedavit eva chaham. Yes, I am the one who knows the Vedas in full. So Krishna is saying that I am the compiler, I am the knower, and I am to be known in all the Vedic scriptures. A very, very important and very amazing shloka. It will help us to understand how much Krishna is doing for all of us. Now, in the bound state, Krishna is helping us in various ways. So, we understood that how Krishna is helping us to maintain this body and to fulfill our desires. So, if sun is not there, if moon is not there, if fire is not there, just imagine, it will be a great havoc. So, Krishna has very specifically chosen these examples about his own manifestation so that we can understand how without Krishna we cannot live. We cannot. So here it is said that the Supreme Lord is situated as Paramatma in everyone's heart, and it is from him that all activities are initiated. So Lord is sitting in our heart, and because of him everything is happening. He initiates various things. Now see, from the past lives we have got lots and lots of desires. And who records all these desires? Krishna, he records all these desires. Look at the position of the Lord. He becomes the servant of all of us. Who are we? Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nitya Das. We are, our original Swarupa, constitutional position is, we are servants of Krishna. But then look at Krishna. He is becoming servant of the living entities. And what is he doing? He is recording all the desires. So now when we die and we move from one body to another, I mean when we leave the body, so we go from one body to another, that is called a soul transmigration. So now when we leave the previous body and go to the next body, so in that body, we will not remember what desires we had in the previous body. So who reminds us of our desires? Paramatma reminds us of our desires. He gives us the remembrance. Hey, you had this desire. And how to fulfill the desire, he gives the knowledge also. So in this way we can see that how much Krishna is doing for all of us. And it is not one lifetime, two lifetime. It is lifetime after lifetime after lifetime Krishna is doing that. Hey, you forgot. You had this desire in this life. You forgot in previous life you had this desire. Do this. You can go for it. This is the knowledge for doing the same. So in this way, we foolish entities, we desire something and Krishna remembers that to execute so that we can enjoy the same. We have come here to this material world to enjoy independent of Krishna. And look at the love that Krishna has, the unconditional love that Krishna has for all of us, that he reminds us of our desires, he gives us the knowledge how to fulfill those desires. And he does various arrangements so that we can fulfill those desires and seemingly enjoy. Another thing that Krishna is doing here, so he gives remembrance, he gives knowledge. He gives forgetfulness also. How does forgetfulness works? Now see, just imagine in the past life, we have got some very, very miserable situation that we were stuck in. We went through a very, very rough patch in our life. Say we met with an accident, or we died, very, very terribly. Now just imagine if we remember that now in this current life, we'll get up, we'll remember that and faint. Get up, remember and faint. That's what we'll be doing. So forgetfulness is also mercy of Krishna. Because of him giving us forgetfulness, we are able to sustain we are able to live a normal life and sustain very properly. Or else it will be a great havoc if we remember what happened in the past life completely. We'll be a dual personality if we remember the past life. If we remember our death, we can never live a very, very normal and a very healthy, psychologically and physically healthy life. Currently, not possible. So in this way, Krishna's mercy is this. He maintains us so nicely. He gives us remembrance, he gives us knowledge, and he gives us forgetfulness. And all three of them, so that we will be nicely maintained in this life. Now this is when we are in bound state. Look at the merciful nature of Krishna. We are not interested to go back to him. We came here to enjoy this material world, independent of him. But then Krishna maintains us very nicely, and along with that, Krishna gives us the way to get liberated from this cycle of birth and death, from this material entanglement. And for that, he gives us the Vedic scriptures. So here it is said that the Vedas give the right direction to people so that they can properly mold their lives and come back to Godhead, back home. The Vedas offer knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and Krishna in his incarnation as Vyasadeva is the compiler of the Vedanta Sutra. The commentation on the Vedanta Sutra by Vyasadeva in the Srimad Bhagavatam gives the real understanding of the Vedanta Sutra. So who is the compiler? Krishna comes down in his literary incarnation as Vyasadeva, and he compiles the Vedic scriptures for all of us. Innumerable Vedic scriptures. And then he is the one, he has compiled, so yes, he is the one who is the knower of it, what is there in it. And at the same time, he gives us the essence of the Vedic scriptures, and that is, the essence is to know Krishna. He is the personality whom we should know from the Vedic scriptures. That is the conclusion. If a person reading the Vedic scriptures and not able to come to the conclusion that Krishna is to be known, it means he has not read the Vedic scriptures properly. He has not understood the essence at all. So in this way, we understand that how Krishna, he gives us the Vedic scriptures, he gives us the essence of the same. At the same time, he gives us the ways to mold our life so that we can improve and advance very nicely in spiritual life and go back home, back to Godhead with proper purification. Here it is said that if one is serious about understanding the Vedic knowledge, then Krishna gives the required intelligence. Why does he present the Vedic knowledge for understanding? Because a living entity individually needs to understand Krishna. This is a very, very important point to note. We all have to read the Vedic scriptures, and the essence of all the Vedic scriptures is given in Bhagavad Gita. These 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, those are enough for us to understand what is the essence of all the Vedic scriptures that Vyasadeva has given to us. Anyways, we don't have time to go through all of it. But then this one miraculous, the holiest of the holy book that we have, if we just go through it and grow through it, we'll be able to advance very nicely in Krishna consciousness, in spirituality, and finally break the cycle of birth and death. So this book, Bhagavad Gita as it is actually a benediction for all of us. And we should thank Srila Prabhupada from the core of our heart, because if he wouldn't have translated and given us the right understanding, it would have become very difficult for us to understand what is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. There are so many versions of Bhagavad Gita given. And in most of it, Krishna is not there. Krishna is not there. Krishna's position is not established. And some weird thing is spoken. So in this way, Krishna has given us the way to get out of this material world by giving us the Vedic scriptures. The first step in the advancement of spiritual life is having faith. Having firm faith that yes, whatever is given in Vedic scriptures is absolutely correct. And we should have that eagerness to implement whatever is given in the Vedic scriptures. And the goal that is mentioned in the Vedic scriptures, that is service to Lord Krishna, that has to be our one-pointed focus. So these three things are very, very important to advance. First is we should have firm faith in the Vedic scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever is given is absolutely correct. Second, we should be eager to implement what is given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not about just reading like a novel. We should be eager, okay, let me implement this, let me implement that. And third, the goal that is mentioned in the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, that is service to Krishna, going back home, back to Godhead, should be our one-pointed focus. If we can have these three, we can easily advance in spiritual life. And Vedic scriptures talks about three important aspects which are needed for each and every one of us. Here it is given. One can attain perfection in three stages. What are these three stages? The first one, by understanding Vedic literature, one can understand his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called as Sambandha Gyan. Second, by performing the different processes, one can approach him. This is called as Abhideya. And at the end, one can attain the supreme goal, who is no other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is called as Prayojan. So Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. So these three are very clearly given in the Vedic scriptures, so that we know our relationship, we know what is the process, and we know what is the goal by doing or practicing that particular process. Now the question might be, what is the Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojan? Can you please elaborate? Let's ask Krishna. And Krishna is going to tell us about this in the last few shlokas of this chapter. He's going to speak about Sambandha in 3 Shloki Gita from 16 to 18. Then he's going to speak about Abhideya in Shloka number 19 and Prayojan in Shloka number 20. So let's get into these shlokas in a much, much deeper way in the next videos. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,